Hey everyone, it's Angelique, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Please stop what you're doing. Click like on this video, subscribe, stay a while. Comment below if you feel you can relate to this or you've been thinking about changing your name. And if you do want to change your name, what would you change your name to? And if not, just hypothetically, what would you change your name to and why? Put that in the comment section. So yes, don't forget to donate. That's what keeps my channel running. The more donations I receive and the more phone booking sessions I receive, whether you need help on your healing journey, spiritual journey, or healing from narcissistic abuse, I'm your girl. Book me, all right? Your spiritual life coach. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. So let's get right into the video. So it's a little bit of a clickbait, but not really. So, about almost a year ago, I'm going to say I was coming towards an end sometime last year of shadow work that I had did. So 2020, we were all in the house and some of you were losing your mind, and then there was some of us who was just doing healing work, enjoying the peace, enjoying the relaxation, and that was me. And I really transformed in 2020 spiritually. I did a lot of healing work, relaxation, started a couple of projects or businesses, so to say. At the time, I did a podcast. I linked up with somebody else and did some content with him. I started, my apparel line on teespring.com. There was just so much that I was doing in 2020 also to stay afloat financially because I couldn't really work like that. I was still doing hair at the time as well, whoever, really wanted their hair done. But I was changing, and I came out of that cocoon that we were in for that whole year. I came out a completely different woman. 2021 was where I did some deep shadow work, and I went into like a depression almost because I was kind of mourning who I used to be in the life that I used to have. I had to let go friends. I had to let go lovers. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. And I had to let go of the person that I had loved during 2020. I had to break up with this dude. There was just so much letting go and mourning in 2021. And even after 2021, I just was not the same. Food didn't taste the same. Hanging out with certain people, I saw the truth about people. It was such a dark year for me. Even though I traveled, I did beautiful things, but it was such a dark year for me. So 2 years of intensive healing and growing and changing. 2022, I am not the same woman that y'all met in 2015, 2016 when I first started my channel on YouTube. And that's the whole purpose. That's what I love about YouTube, because it's a documentation of seeing people. You can go to the first video that I did, I think it was in 2015, about my narcissistic stepfather. And you could just look at that girl, and you could just look at that, the woman that's here in front of you now, and be like, yeah, she's not the same person. And I'm not. And I'm not the same person in a good way. And last year is where it began, where hearing the name Angie. So that's what you know me as. Some of you who have been around for many years on my channel, you know me as Angie, Angie. I have a New York accent, so some of you are going to be like, huh, what's your name? And hearing the name Angie did not resonate with me anymore. And I talked to God, I talked to my ancestors, and basically they're like, are you ready to let it go? And last year I let go the name Angie for spiritual reasons. Why did I let go the name Angie? It didn't resonate with me anymore. When I would hear the name Angie, or someone would call Angie, I wouldn't even really respond to the name. Angie to me is dead. I know that sounds very graphic for you to hear, but Angie is dead. I have buried her. She does not exist anymore. Angie, little Angie, so to say. First of all, where did I get the name Angie? So, my name, my birth name is Angelique, but it's spelled angelic. My father did not like the French way, Lique, so he spelled it angelic. So if you call me angelic, I'll correct you, but if sometimes I don't correct people. And growing up, I was raised by a stepfather and my mom, and I believe he gave me the name Angie, and he also was my molester. Okay, so Angie, little Angie, teenage Angie, 20 something year old Angie, 30 something year old Angie has gone through a lot, a lot of turmoil. Okay, my rapist called me Angie. The narcissistic lover that I was with for 6 years called me Angie. All the narcissistic and abusive and toxic relatives and friends, ex-friends, and the best ex-friend that I had, and he called me Angie. All these demons called me Angie. And there's people who didn't even know that my real name was Angelique, that I grew up with in church, and sometimes even in school, teachers ended up calling me Angie. Okay. Sorry, I heard something. So that name has traveled with me in many dimensions and times, and abusive situations that I no longer, I just don't connect with the name anymore. And for a long time, I used to hate my birth name, Angelique, because my birth father, named me. And I didn't want any parts of him. And I used to be like, Ma, why did you let him name me? I'm stuck with this name that he gave me, because I really didn't want to like change my name legally or anything like that. I couldn't even come up with a name that would fit me better. I just couldn't. Even though I go by Metaphysical Goddess on my TikTok, on my Instagram for many, many years, for like probably the past 7 years, and y'all know me as the light on here. Some of y'all do not feel comfortable calling me the light because y'all feel like I'm being like godlike, where I think I'm God, and you don't want to call me the light. But the light was my poet stage name. So there's many powerful nicknames that I gave myself. The light was my stage name. Metaphysical Goddess, is a nickname that I go by because I'm a goddess and I'm into metaphysics. And, people will call me that pretty quickly, actually. People will call me the light or Metaphysical Goddess pretty fast. But when I'm asking people to call me Angelique and not Angie, it's like a big issue. And I'm not really sure why. And even how my name is spelled, I've had people be jealous of my name because they don't expect a black girl. They don't expect a black girl to be named Angelique. I told this story before, where I was working in retail a few years ago, back in 2019, and I was probably about to go clock out, and a white woman approached me, pointed to my name tag, and laughed in my face. And I was just looking around like, what is she? I didn't even know what she was pointing at first. And I looked down and she was like, whose name tag is that? I said, excuse you? I said, oh, yeah, I stole this. I found this in the break room. I stole this name tag. And, she tried to stop. She said, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought it was a joke. So you see a black woman and her name is Angelique, spelled angelic, and she's wearing a name tag with the store logo on it, and you think it's a joke. So a black woman's name can't be Angelic or Angelique. Why is that? Why is that? And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I thought it was a joke. My name is a joke? But what if it said Shaniqua or Monique? Would it be a joke? No. It'll be normal to you, right? And I get this a lot. I've even had, friends like trying to make fun of my name, saying to me, oh, you think you're better than me because you have a better name than me. Listen, this is stuff that, black individuals have to go through when we don't have a typical African or African American name in America. This is what a lot of us go through. Oh, you have a white girl name, da 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 da. This is something I heard all my life. One friend, not really a friend, not a friend anymore. She said to me, "Oh, your name is spelled wrong." I said, "My name is spelled wrong." I said, "My name is Angelique." "Oh, excuse me, you're missing an A at the end of your name." I said, "My name is not Angelica. My name is not Angelica. My name is not Angela. My name is Angelique." And, I'll get that. I'll get people adding, A's at the end of my name, and that's not my name. Please, if you do this to people, please stop doing that shit. It's disrespectful. Words and names are powerful. There is a reason why for centuries these individuals in high levels hold on to their last name, okay? And why people change their name, okay? And I love that. I love how Malcolm X, if you don't know who Malcolm X is, I don't know what planet you on, but go research who Malcolm X was and still is in spirit, when he changed his last name to X, okay? And he did that to make a statement that, during slavery, that wasn't his family's name. A lot of Africans that came over here were given their slave master's last name. So to change his name to Malcolm X is very, very powerful, and you will never forget who he was. Same thing with Muhammad Ali. Okay, they gave him a hard time when he changed his name to Muhammad Ali. Okay, I think his real name was like Cassius Clay or something like that. But when you change your name, you can change your whole destiny. Okay, so I'm not changing my name. I'm asking that I am called by my birth name. I am now Angelique. I am not Angie anymore. I love Angelique. I love what she's been through. I'm still getting to know who Angelique is. To me, Angelique is a more of the healed version of myself, the version that loves herself. She's more at peace. She makes better choices. She doesn't talk down to herself. But Angie, oh, that bitch was crazy. She was a menace. She abused herself and allowed people to abuse her. Okay? Angie went through a whole lot. And I'm not that woman anymore. And it's not me running away from the Angie portion, but she's dead and I've buried her. So respect that. I do not go by the name Angie anymore. Call me goddess, call me metaphysical goddess, call me the light, call me Angelique. Okay, it's not that hard to pronounce. Respect people when they spiritually are letting go portions of themselves. Okay, if I was to get initiated, my name would probably change. All right, and, spiritually initiated, it would change. Okay, so when people change their name for religious reasons, spiritual reasons, legal reasons, respect them. Even when people get divorced, don't call them by their husband's last name. Don't call them by uh them, don't call it, don't call them when they, even when they get married, don't call them by their maiden name anymore. Um when people change their name, they're changing their destiny, they're changing their journey. And that's the reason why I decided to change my name back to my birth name. I finally love my name. I finally respect it. I finally healed from my daddy trauma, and I'm so thankful that my father named me Angelique. And Angelique means God's messenger, and I am God's messenger. All right, so please, guys, be respectful. And I'll tell you, research on name changing. There's some people who can change their name and ruin their life, and there's some people who can change their name and they'll get amazing luck and money, fortune, life opportunities. Even think about all the actors and comedians who changed their names. Most actors and actresses, that's not their birth name, and they're super successful, and does have something to do with them changing their name. Okay, so spiritually respect people when it comes to what they want to be called. And yes, I am that strict that if I continue to hear people in my life that I'm close to calling me Angie, I am willing to part ways with them. It takes 21 days to break a habit, okay? It takes 21 days to break a habit. So if I do, after it's almost a year now, and you're still calling me Angie, I will never respond to you. Definitely. All right. Peace and blessings, guys. And I will talk to you soon. Don't forget to donate. And don't forget to book your phone sessions. All right. Love and light. Peace and blessings.